Welcome back to another live and amplified livecast. I'm your host, Tom Kwiat. We are here at CMA Fest, day one. We got Jacquie Roar joining us. How's it going today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing wonderful. I am doing absolutely wonderful. Actually, it's kind of good that you came in a little bit earlier because we had somebody that was supposed to be here, and then I literally just got a call from their PR agent. It was like, hey, so we have to push. And I'm like, okay. So, and then your team came up to me. I was like, yes, let's do this. So,
yes, I like to get through. I'm a hard worker, so I will rail through every interview.
Awesome. Appreciate that. So for anybody that's just kind of getting to meet you for the first time, what's kind of your background? What got you into music?
You know, I've always been into music. I just didn't know that I was good enough to pursue it professionally up until about 7 years ago. I was on American Idol season 11. Mm-hmm. They got rid of me after group round. Yeah. I was devastated. I was like, oh, maybe same thing. I'm not good enough, you know? And then about 7 years ago, I started in an independent band called Lace and Thorn. Mm-hmm. We were doing kind of like Fleetwood Mac-ish kind of stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. And then I wrote a song that was a heavy rock country song, and it blew. I mean, it went really well. I mean, people in the music industry really started turning their heads. And I decided, well, this is my calling.
Right.
This is the music I want to do. And at that time, I was going into Nashville. I was recording my EP. I went solo. And then that's when the voice called me and said, hey, you made it. And I was like, what?
That's sweet.
You've said no to me for 10 years, and all of a sudden now you're saying yes when I have an EP I want to release.
Right. That's usually how it goes, ain't it?
Yes.
So you were on season 24 of The Voice. Was that this most recent season, or was that the first year Reba was there?
So the finale was December 16th.
Okay.
Or sorry, December 19th. And then not even 2 months later, they started another season, season 25.
Yeah, I was going to say, I guess they're in a season right now, aren't they?
They just finished it like a week and a half ago.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So you were on that was Reba's first season then, I think.
Yes.
So you were with Jordan Rayner?
I was with Jordan. Yes. Yeah. Jordan is one of my pals, yes.
Nice. We have her coming on later in the week, and so I'm excited. So.
Oh, well, tell her I said hi. Yeah. Well, I'll text her.
Awesome. Oh, so you said you were coming into Nashville. Where were you coming in from?
I'm from Oregon.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm from North Plains, Oregon. It's the kind of the countryside of Oregon.
Nice. So that's not on the coast then, is it?
It's actually about 45 minutes from the coast.
Nice.
Yeah.
So that was a bit of a hike for you then.
Oh, no, it's about a 3.5 hour direct flight. So I make sure I get on direct flights.
Nice. That is the key.
Yes.
Because I've lived in small towns a lot of years, and so it's never a direct flight. It's always a connecting flight. And 9 times out of 10, it's out of Atlanta. And every time I fly out of Atlanta, something bad happens. So I don't fly anymore. Let's just say that.
Oh, man.
It's one of those things. But yes, direct flights, that's the key.
Yes, it is.
Right. So as you were kind of going through those early stages of, like, obviously American Idol, and then just kind of trying to figure out who you were as a musician, who were you kind of listening to at the time? Who were some of your inspirations?
You know, I'm really impressed still to this day with Gretchen Wilson. Mm-hmm. Her career was, I think it was out of her time. You know what I mean? You know, her lane was wide open. It was just her doing it. And I really look up to Gretchen for that. Currently, my favorite is Lainey, of course, Chris Stapleton. And I'm trying to, add that rawness from like Tyler Childers, but get the rocking from, like Hardy. I have a lot of, listen, growing up, I was Alice in Chains, Metallica.
Nice.
Okay. Those were my things. And then Gretchen.
You know what, though? That's starting to become a thing where there's a couple of musicians that I've seen that are like, heavy metal country, which is a really weird combination, but it works.
It's kind of, I went and I saw Brantley Gilbert night before last, and I was like, oh my God, this is literally what I want to do. Like, he had this heavy metal, long dreadlock guitar player just rocking out, like sticking his tongue out, and I was just like, wait, that's definitely what I want to do.
That's awesome. Hey, maybe soon.
Yes, I'm working on it really hard.
Nice. And so where are you kind of at creatively right now, or are you writing, releasing? Where are you kind of at?
Yeah, I'm always writing, always. I actually just had an appointment, a meeting is what they call it around here, a meeting at Curb Word yesterday, and it went really well. So I'll have some writes coming up end of June. I got a new single coming out called High Heel High. It was written by Leanna James McCollum. She's an incredible songwriter. So good that I was like, I'm taking that song from you. So I'll be releasing that, I think, the second or third week of July. We haven't set a date yet, but it will be happening. And yeah, there's a lot more to come. I'm
Nice.
Opening up for Gary Allen in August. There's a lot going on. I can't even say it all. If you
Fair.
want to know it all, go to JackieRoar.com.
Fair. Nice plug. Nice
Yeah.
plug. I love that. Oh, so are you still based out of Oregon, or are you in Nashville now?
I'm based out of Oregon. You know, people keep asking me, why don't you move to Nashville? I share custody with my child, and I don't want to take her from her father. That just wouldn't
Fair.
be right. So it's easy for me to hop on a flight and come to Nashville whenever they want me to.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm here.
Fair. Very fair.
Yeah.
It's, you know, and I get that same question all the time. Why aren't you in Nashville? Why aren't you in Nashville? And it's like, I'll get here when I'm ready. Like,
Yeah.
it'll happen when it happens at this point. Like I've been saying for the last 6 years, oh, I'm coming. Don't worry about it. Now it's just kind of like, I'll get here when I get here. So
it's not that I don't want to live here. I want to so bad. And if things happen naturally and I have more than just songwrites as a reason to be here,
right.
then I will absolutely make it happen. So
Nice. And so what are you doing kind of as far as shows and whatnot? Are you consistently playing? How often are you playing shows right now?
you know, the hardest thing is booking shows, which I've been doing pretty well on my own, but I would really love to find somebody, an agent that understands me, and an agent that would book me the right gigs, right? I have not booked anything outside of Oregon since The Voice. Well, I mean, before The Voice, I booked Wyoming. I'm talking about booking in Arizona, but you know, not one dang person has returned an email from Texas.
Well, let's see if we can change that.
Yeah, that would be great. Please. I want to go to Texas.
Texas is so, like, the scene there is very interesting because you could literally land in Dallas. Like, if you're willing to, like, drive and do a tour, you literally land in Dallas, tour down 35 for a week. You can hit every little city or every city and whatnot, and then take off a week later in San Antonio, and you never left the main highway.
Oh my gosh. See, that would be amazing for me. I would love to do it like a 2-week tour of Texas. I just want them to let me in so I can show them what I got.
We'll help you out there. We got you covered.
Thank you.
It's one of those things where it's not a gatekeeper thing, but it's just that Texas is so Texas proud that they like to put their musicians up first. But
totally understandable.
I've seen a lot of musicians, especially coming from Nashville, that are doing like radio tours, and I think that's kind of the key now. Is Texas is really big on radio tours, and so. Yeah.
Well, I'm happy to speak to anybody in radio. I love radio. I think that's the most important, especially for the songwriters.
Yeah.
So for me, radio is the most important, and I know people say the streams are, but
yeah,
I think radio is the most important. I want to make sure that my songwriters get paid.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And plus, if you start doing the more heavy metal or that stuff, I think that would play really well in Texas.
Well, I'm just hoping they let that kind of music through the gates. You know, they're slowly doing it with Hardy.
Yeah.
And now you got to let Jackie in.
Yeah. You should check out. There's this girl, Royale Lynn. Mm-hmm. She does. Her music's really cool. She does she's so heavy metal, but still country. She's doing like a lot of heavy metal fests, which is really funny and
insane. I will definitely look her up. Yeah, I've heard of her, but I haven't looked her up yet.
Yeah, it's really cool. So obviously you're very busy here, CMA Fest. What are you looking forward to most here?
You know, first of all, obviously getting as many pictures as I can with as many famous people that are walking by me. I've already seen so many famous people, and I'm just melting.
Right.
I'm trying to hide my fangirling so hard.
Right.
I would say singing for the first time at CMA Fest. You know,
Nice.
I'm singing at 4:30 on the spotlight stage. I got really lucky with an air-conditioned stage.
Nice. Yeah.
It's freaking 95 degrees outside.
Right.
So what a great first year.
That was the issue I had yesterday. We were doing a live podcast out in East Nashville, And the original plan was they have like a little backstage. We were going to do it out there. It was going to be like this really cool thing. And then I get there and it's like 95 degrees and they don't have an awning or a shade or anything.
No.
And I'm like, you remember when we talked about doing it inside? And he's like, yeah, you want to do it inside? And I'm like, can we? Yeah, let's do that. So.
Oh, well, at least they let you.
Like, just to walk to the back, I was already soaked. And I was just like,
no.
I'm going to have people within close proximity of me. I don't really want to,
For me, it's like air conditioning is great because I can only apply my makeup once.
Yeah.
And then then it starts looking cakey if I keep reapplying it when I need to fix it, So it's like, please just be air conditioned so I don't have to, my face doesn't melt off literally.
Yeah. Fair enough. But if anybody wants to check out your music, any of that fun stuff, where's the best place to find you?
It is all over any streaming platform. I'd shout out YouTube, Amazon, all that. You can go to my website, JacquieRoar.com. You can find it there as well. And just look for my new song that it's going to be coming out called High Heel High. Should be coming out the 2nd or 3rd week of July. It has to come out on a Friday.
Right.
In July sometime.
Right. I wonder who set that like precedent that you have to release on a Friday.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, right?
Because it's like, and I mean, I guess nowadays it doesn't even really matter, but it's one of those things to me. It's like Friday always seems like a really weird day, but I remember for some reason I always thought it was like Tuesday. I thought Tuesdays were like the release.
That's what I thought was Tuesdays too, but my distributor is saying Fridays. So
Okay.
yeah. And I think that kind of follows suit with movies even, so maybe that's why.
Yeah, because I remember going to like Target and stuff as a kid every Tuesday because that's when the new CDs dropped. And it's like, but then I guess it's not Tuesday anymore, so.
Maybe, I don't know, maybe it changed. They told me Friday, so
Fair.
I'm going to listen to them, but if it's Tuesday, who knows, maybe the next one will pop on a Tuesday.
I think it kind of depends on what musician's doing it. Like if they're internationally touring and Tuesdays just work better, or if they, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if that all plays into effect as well. So
it could also be an algorithm thing.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Yeah, 100% agreed. But once again, thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Hopefully, I've never been to Oregon, but it's on the list of places to be. So,
you're not. You're gonna get the Four Seasons there. You're gonna get a beach.
Yes.
I love the beach, but I'm also really into the rain.
Yeah.
And we have about, I would say, 2-3 months solid of like good beach weather, and then the rest is rainy weather. So that's usually when I like to go to the coast, is when it's raining. I'm kind of a weirdo, but you're definitely gonna need to try the food there. We have the best seafood. I mean, honestly.
I love seafood. So when I was living in Florida, anytime I went out, it was like, are we going to a seafood place? No? And why are we going out? Like,
yes,
we're in Florida, guys. We're on the coast. Why are we not going to a seafood place?
Well, it's funny because my management, they take me out to dinner and stuff, and I was like, well, is there seafood? They're like, you're in the Midwest. Why would you want seafood from the Midwest?
No, Midwest, you want to go get a steak. That's what you want. That's really what you want.
That's what he said. But I gotta have my oysters,
Fair, very fair.
So I've gone to the Southern like 10 times already, and I've only been flown in like 4 times. So
fair. Very fair. It happens.
Yeah.
So, but once again, thank you so much for joining us. We've absolutely appreciated it.
Thank you for having me.
And we will catch y'all later.
All right.